And we should be live everywhere. That's D Live now, Rumble, YouTube. Good afternoon on this beautiful, well, kind of muggy Thursday, February 26th, day 15 of Reddit with Dmitry. But it's not just Reddit with Dmitry now. It's daily. We're having different topics. And today we're talking about, it's kind of a piggybacking off what we talked about yesterday, but your brain's algorithm, or the algorithm of the mind. The actual title of the stream is Your Brain is Running an Algorithm, but who programmed it? So everybody's always, runs around on autopilot, but most people don't realize that autopilot is not just set by coincidence or by accident or by, yes, a lot of things are taught to us as kids, put it this way. Now, I guess the best way to describe it and why I want to talk about it. We hear with AI now, we hear algorithms, with everything pretty much. Social media and how it ties people together. Apparently on social media, if you message each other. Oh yeah, and welcome to my new subscribers. I shared my stream and my channel with a couple of people today. Yuri, if you're out there, Andrew, Bob, very good. Yuri's my cousin. For obviously all the years that I've been alive. I was going to say how many years. Bob is a good friend of over 20 years, probably close to 20 years. Andrew, great friend of about 20 years too. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the sub. Thank you so much. Even if you don't watch, I appreciate the sub. And just drop a like. The like doesn't cost you anything either. But yeah, back on topic. And I know there was a couple of other people I invited today. Connie, and if I forgot you, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I still love you. But back on topic, how social media ties people together, or how are the ads so personalized today? I understand if you search something up, right? It's one thing. Let's say you typed in, you want, toasters or dishwashers, and then you get ads for dishwashers and toasters. Well, yeah, I mean, that's obviously, we can figure out how that happened. What about when you never typed anything into your phone or computer and you just talked about it, right? That's starting to get creepy. But if you look at it, really, all these programs, all these terms and agreements that we sign up to, that we always said, I agree, whenever you sign up to a new app, nobody ever reads it. Less than 1% of people read the whole thing, if that. In those terms and agreements, you're agreeing to them having access to everything. And what I should do is I'm going to find the crazy stuff in those terms and agreements and show it to people, because I guarantee you there's crazy shit in those terms and agreements in every single one of them. But you're giving them permission to listen to you, collect biometric data that you don't even know how they're collecting it from you. Okay, you talked about something, right? And you didn't type it in. Okay, it overheard you. You ever had an ad pop up or anything pop up that you just thought about? You didn't write it down. You weren't talking to nobody about it. You just thought about it. And then it pops right up. I mean, I guess it could be a coincidence, but that would be chances of it being a coincidence would be higher than winning the lottery. But what a lot of people also don't realize is our mind is a filter. So your attention, what you could pay attention to on a daily basis. So everybody has the same amount of time, right? Everybody wakes up with 24 hours a day, correct? Not true, actually, because based on how much you sleep is obviously how much time you have left for the day. So really, we all choose how much time we're going to spend out of 24 hours to do whatever the hell we want, right? And we can do whatever we want, but it's what our attention is going to be focused on. And you can't pay attention to 6 different things and do them all at once and think you're going to do them good, you know? You can't even do 2 or 3. You can't even, in my opinion, you can't even do 2 things 100% if you really want to put 100% into anything. I mean, you could do 2 things at like 80% each, you know? I know that doesn't, trust me, I get it. I know it's not 100%, but you could put 80% and 80%. That's how it works. So your brain has a job. It decides what like gets in, but how does it decide what you focus on or what your attention goes to? It's based on what you thought about before already. So it's not just like random stuff. It gets millions and millions of inputs, right? So like we get all this information every day. Your awareness only goes to a few things, right? Have you ever like bought a new car and then, bought a new car and then you just start, after you buy it, you notice it on the road everywhere. You're like, what the hell? Like, there wasn't this many last week, but there was, just because you weren't paying attention to it. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, I even made props though. I was prepared today. So your brain also prioritizes things, right? In a certain order. Like it basically there's a ranking system, and I actually have, watch this, I have a diagram. You'll get proud of me. It has a diagram. It has a ranking order of like what is going to pay attention to. So here is what I'm talking about. I should have had the image added as a source before. This is what I'm doing on OBS right now. But you live and you learn, day 15, could only ask for so much. All right, desktop. Boom. Look at this. Put this together in Excel, Open Office Excel. It's called Open Office Calc, if you really want to know. So your subconscious prioritizes things in order. The first thing it's going to prioritize is threats and danger, obviously, right? So even if there's like $1 million right there, but there's a fucking tiger right here that's going to kill you, which one are you going to go for? Why? With $1 million, you could buy a gun and shoot a tiger. See? You didn't think about that. I didn't say that if you go for the $1 million, the tiger's coming after you. I said, which one would you choose? But no, seriously, threats and danger would be like the first thing. Then anything new, So like anything that like, not shiny, but anything like out of the ordinary. So anything that you don't normally see every day, day in and day out, is going to catch your attention. Then it's emotion, which I don't know about this. I would argue this, but I'm just going to be straight up. This is from ChatGPT, so take this with a grain of salt. I put the graphic together myself. Yes, I did, but I put it together based on what ChatGPT said. So this is where the source is. I want to be very clear. But the threats part makes sense. Novelty makes sense. Emotion and relevance, and then unfinished tasks. For me, unfinished tasks, like what? That would be like number 3. Or no, number 2. See, they try to trick you. They're like, oh yeah, you shouldn't worry about your unfinished tasks. You should just leave them at the bottom of your list. What the fuck? That should be right after threats and danger. I should have put it up there, but I didn't even think about that back then, like when I was putting this together. But now that I'm analyzing it, I'm like, well, that's bullshit. All right. Well, y'all like the graphic, right? I like it too. I'm not this bad, am I? Oh. There we go. Except there. What What do you think? Hey, is my chat working? Stroby or Creative, are you on? I don't see. Oh shit, it's disabled, and I don't have my studio open. I am so sorry. You've probably been chatting. I'm an asshole. I'm gonna stop everything right now and find the chat. But if it's empty, I'm gonna feel really like silly. But it's okay, because I still should have it in case afterwards if somebody says anything. Studio, sorry, I'm pulling up my live so I can get the chat open, so I can get the link. And I was told I have to describe what I'm doing so there's no dead air, and that makes perfect sense actually. So I'm describing what I'm doing, and I still can't freaking do it. Here we go. Channel lives, right? Yes. And then we go to pop out chat. Oh yes, certainly this topic really fascinates me every time. Oh yes, I got the chat. What's up, Code Beeper? Screen. Oh, yes. Actually, I was going to go live. That's annoying. You did. All right, I fixed that. Every time this excites me, sunscreen. Actually, I was going to go live for lead calling challenge, and your title, Catch Me. You can come live with me. Jump on with me, buddy. Let me put this chat to my OBS, and we'll keep rolling. Pop out chat. See, I didn't miss creatives, but I missed the new person's chat. Thank you so much for watching, Code VP, whoever you are. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. You're the man or woman, whichever one you are. All right, I can close this. And custom docs and OBS. Change the link for the YouTube chat. And voila, it's working. All right, now we keep going. So, as I was saying, if you want, I took notes. We can go off my notes. Let's do that. Would this work? Yep, look at that. Boom. So your brain attention is a budget. Spend it on. So right, we just got done with the first thing. Your awareness gets a few. Attention is a budget. You can't spend, like I was saying, you can't spend your attention. Your expression shows that you don't know about leet code. I do know about leet code. I'm a leet hacker, bro. 1337 hacker. But attention is a budget. Spend it on a thing you find. If you spend it on one thing, you're going to defund another. So if you put a whole bunch of energy into playing video games, you're not going to have energy to put into family, like family life, or, I mean, whatever it is, you know? That's why you got to prioritize what you want to put your energy into and be intentional about it. Not just wishy-washy. Cognitive load. The more tabs open, the more mental lag. Just like a computer. The more tasks you got going on, that's why I was saying you can't do them at 100%. That's exactly what I was talking about. You know, cognitive load is a real thing. It's like you could only go on overdrive so long. And when you're multitasking, you're on overdrive. It's task switching. It says it's task switching with a tax. Time plus errors. Right. So that's the other thing. When you multitask, a lot of times you don't, since you're not doing each job 100%, you're making mistakes that you normally wouldn't have made that you're going to have to go back and fix, which is going to cost you even more time. So you're not saving any time. You're only costing yourself time. Instead of focusing 100% on the task, getting it done, and just going to the next task. Attention isn't just focus. It's selection. What gets in, gets out. Can you make the flow chart of mental algorithm? Of course. Is that what? Sure. Flow chart of mental algorithm. Yeah, I'm that small that I can do that right now. Probably won't be able to do that in like a year, but right now I could do it. Let's go. That's what you want? But I got to keep going on my topic too. But attention is just focus. ChatGPT is working. I just put in the prompt. So as soon as it's done, what the hell? It's gave me a bunch of code. I would be delighted to see it. What? This shit gave me a bunch of code. Sir, what are you talking about here? This guy in the YouTube chat just told me to type something to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT came out with a bunch of codes talking about thought, label, intrusive or intentional, danger, yes, act, no, allow. What in the hell? Let me show y'all what I'm saying. This is what this guy showed me. Oh, buddy. What is this stuff? Right here, look. I put in flowchart of mental algorithm. Oh, is this what I was talking about yesterday? Oh, you're right. Wow, I'm slow sometimes, man. A lot of times, but I get it. I always get it. So yeah, you're right. But what's up with the rituals? Choose the next action, move, thought, label, intrusive or intentional. Yeah, danger, act. Yeah, that's like basically what I was talking about. Yeah, for the first part. Like that's the first thing your mind pay attention to, you know? You're right. It would be so it's called the flowchart of mental algorithm. Flowchart of mental algorithm. Thank you. I just learned something new. So that's called the flowchart of mental algorithm, right? Code deeper it. Is it deeper it? Yeah, it is deeper it. Is it code deeper it? It sounds different. If you want an even simpler in the moment version. Yeah, the diagram is not supported. All right, sir. That was a good experiment. We'll go back to the notes for a second. Yes, code deeper. Code deeper. That's what's up, code deeper. I love it. Multitasking. We talked about that. Fatigue lowers filter strain, so distraction slips in easier. Your environment votes on what you focus. I don't know if I feel that. Your environment votes on what you focus on. I mean, yes. Oh, yeah. Whatever you have around you, that's what you're going to focus on. That's so true. That's 1,000% true. See, it takes me a second to get it. Do you have a computer science background? No, I don't, sir. I would love to. I heard it's amazing, but I don't. So, you keep getting me off track, sir. Code deeper. Your environment votes. Yeah. See, I can't multitask. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm trying to talk to this guy and trying to do this. I can't do. I mean, I know some people that can do. No, I could do it. I'm just being funny on that. But I can't fully engage with the chat. So actually, I'm not. So like, I can't be fully engaged with the chat. I can't sit here and actually be in the chat and be streaming. So that's actually goes to my point. You can't really multitask. I could do it half, like I could, could do it 70 or like 90%, but I can't sit here and give the chat 100%, So that's actually really good real world example. Your identity also filters. I'm the kind of person who and shapes what you see. So that's true, right? Whatever you tell yourself, so if you can literally change, like I need to change. What do I need to change? I'm too nice to say no. I'm nice enough to say no. Or yeah, some more work will go into that one, but on to the next. The real skill isn't willpower, it's better defaults. Right, so you shouldn't have to be like, oh, I gotta really work on doing this thing, like this diet or this exercise. It should be like your regular state of affairs. It should be part of your routine. It shouldn't be like a diet or a thing. It should be like what you do. And I'm kind of slacking. I've been going to the gym every other day. I'm gonna go as soon as I get off this damn stream, because yesterday I was supposed to go yesterday night, and now it's been 2 nights I didn't go, and I haven't missed 2 nights in like over 2 weeks. I've been going every other night. But so I'm going right now as soon as I get the hell off this stream. And what else? Yeah, that's what else. Next, why negative, awkward threat thoughts win? Survival bias and novelty. The brain evolved to treat threat as a high priority, even if it's imagined. So negative bias, losing 100 feels bigger than gaining 100. Blah, blah, blah. Social rejection, embarrassment can trigger the same alarm as physical threats. Right. For some people, social threats, rejection, embarrassment can trigger the same alarm as physical threats. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So social threats can trigger the same alarms as physical threats? How? I would suggest you to read a subject, algorithms. I can try. Is that how you found me? Because the subject title? Yo, that's awesome. Hey, will you subscribe? It doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is hit that little button. It will really be greatly appreciated. Your mind runs what-if simulations to prevent pain, not to make you happy. Runs what-if simulations to prevent pain, not to make you happy. Your mind runs what-if simulations to prevent pain, not to make you happy. Okay, whatever. I don't fully get it. I get it, but I don't get it. I don't get it. In translation. Novelty speaks attention. Weird, awkward thought are attention magnets. The brain hates uncertainty, so it replays scenarios trying to solve them. Right. But you got to be okay with uncertainty. I think that's another big thing that drives a lot of people fucking crazy. They're so fucking worried about knowing the answer to whatever the fuck it is. It's like, it's okay if you don't know the answer to whatever it is. I don't care if I don't know the answer to anything. I mean, like, if there's something like, there's nothing you could say like, oh, if you didn't know the answer to this, is what I'm trying to say. Let me not, because the way I said it at first doesn't make sense. So there's nothing that you could say, oh, if you didn't know the answer to this, would it bother you? And I'll be like, yeah, it'll bother me not knowing the answer to that. There's no question like that. Like, I'm okay not knowing about, and you gotta be, because a lot of times, even if you think you know, you don't even know. So, and if you stress about, like, if you always assume the worst, you're only causing your own body to create negative, basically negative cells or negative energy to, like, not even negative, it's like almost like soul killing, or like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what words to use, but it's your body literally starts like killing itself, and it starts like dying, like it attacks itself. And then I don't know like what word, again, I don't know what the mechanism, but there's some mechanism where if you're thinking negatively all the time and you're always stressing about things that you don't even know the answer to, that you're not going to know the answer to anyways, that you're not going to find out, like you're like, oh, this person is doing that, and you're never going to even find out if they're doing that or not. Like, why the fuck are you stressing about it? For what? It makes no sense. Novelty spikes attention. Weird, awkward rather. A single cringy memory can override 10 neutral moments because signals don't repeat. Yeah, I guess it's like an embarrassing moment. Rumination feels productive because it's activity. All right, let's go to Reddit and on this topic, because we got Reddit pulled up on this topic. We got actually, boom, we got about 8 threads on this topic. That I had ready. So another thing I had ready. See, I come prepared. Not that. Not that. What? There we go. So let me close this and we ready. We're not going. So I don't think I can form habits like at all, and I don't think I ever have. So let's see what these people are talking about and analyze it. I already did. You're the man, Code Deeper. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. And I will subscribe to you as soon as I get off the stream. You'll see. So I realized while talking to a friend that a habit is supposed to be something you do without thinking about it. And I don't think I've ever formed a habit in my life. Does he brush his teeth? Does he wipe his ass? Wiping your ass is a habit. It is. It literally is. Dude, I know nobody's asked this. Your ass, that's a habit. I bet you nobody said that in 600 comments. So I'm confident enough to drop that. No, what? That's not where it goes, huh? Not in the search bar. It goes in the comment. Whatever. Maybe we should read it. So I realized while talking to a friend that a habit is supposed to be something you do without thinking about it. And I don't think I've ever formed a habit in my life. I think about everything I do that isn't 100% involuntary, like breathing. I've never brushed my teeth consistently. I've never had a routine around getting dressed or something as basic as going to the bathroom. It didn't become as clear until COVID, when I didn't have the adrenaline rush of needing to leave the house to make me do things. I've had to consciously, watching Raj Shamani podcasts. Man, who the hell is Raj Shamani? Have you heard of Dmitriy? That's who you should be watching. I've had to consciously unoccupied things that I'd group together because I had to think of all these things independently. People kept telling me to group habits together, but that would just mean I'd have to think about washing my face whenever I brush my teeth. Oh no, what a fucking devastating punishment, and would often mean I wouldn't do either. Wow, to spite my face and brushing my... Is this an easy... No, this is a dumb thing. Is this an autism thing? I'm very confused, but it makes a lot more sense as to why people can't just function all the time. If I didn't have to actively work to do basic self-care tasks, I have so much more... I have so much more energy and brain power to do things. It's really annoying, but it's something I've never been able to do as far back... Bro, are you... Archive posts, new comments cannot... That's why we got to go to new posts, man. I can't... But I can comment on it and talk about it. This is crazy. Telling me... Like... If this can't be real, well, I want to see what other people said at least. What do you mean you can't brush your teeth and wash your face? Are you that? Like, let's see. We messaged somebody. Dude, is that really important for you to finish? Oh, remember, this is the guy that posted. So we messaged this guy because his thread got closed. Can you guys see it? No, let me move my mug. Hold on. I got you. I got y'all. Oh. Well, yeah, it's better. We don't move the goods. So his wife, he was mad at his wife because they would always start a TV series and never finish it. They would watch the first couple of episodes. So basically, he got mad and he's like, no, she wants to start watching a new show. And he's like, no, I'm not watching it with you. Like, threw a fit. I'm like, bro, it's not that serious. Like, who cares? Like, why do you need to know what happens at the end of the sitcom? I said, dude, is it really that important for you to finish a made-up story for a sitcom? Then that it would be even close to a problem? Why are you so invested in these shows? I put shoes. I'm an idiot. In these shoes. Oh yeah, you can't edit it. I think I realized that then. Having said your wife is tripping if she won't let you finish the show without her, especially if she doesn't want to watch it. Yeah, having said that, his wife is tripping too, right? That's extremely controlling behavior. It might seem benign, but there's a monster under there. Why does it say he replied? Look, it's red. Do you see that? Did he reply and delete? Or am I seeing things? Code deeper. Do you see this? You're a coder. What's going on? What am I doing wrong? I'm on Reddit. I know you know what's going on, code. I'm gonna move on for now, but I'm gonna leave this thing open in case. Look, it even tells me I have a notification. Wow. Form habits, they make you productive. No, here's where we got some. I think I cracked the code in habit forming. I recently discovered that if I chain habits together, I can't ignore them as I usually do, which is a good point. So my ex helped me finally form the habit of brushing my teeth every night before. Why the hell is it a problem for these people to brush their teeth every night before bed? And now my brain literally won't let me go to sleep if my teeth don't taste like mint. Last week I made a rule that I can't brush my teeth if there are dishes in the sink, chaining the habits, and for the last week I have never gone to bed with dirty dishes in the sink. I consider this one of my greatest achievements of the years. I have been trying to form this habit since I moved out 10 years ago. Hope it helps someone. I mean, yeah. It's nice not to have dirty dishes when you go to sleep. Yeah. I don't struggle with habits like brushing teeth. Right. Interesting you said that. I don't struggle with habits like brushing teeth, shower. Never have. And I believe those are habits I formed in childhood due to my mom being so on top of it. I just want to be clean. I guess she taught me those systems like showering, brushing teeth, and peeing before going to bed. I cannot sleep for the life of me if I haven't done those things before. Same here, but I largely form those habits because I feel extreme discomfort if I don't. Yeah, that's me. Hygiene has always been easy for me. That's how I feel. Let's get out of that subreddit. And that one. And that one. I don't think I can form habits like at all. I don't think I ever have. So these are people like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like this is just excuses. Because anybody can form a habit. If you just force yourself to do something, and I just realized these are all like ADHD, so I know how these people are gonna respond. Let's just go to Reddit with Dmitriy, like we do on a daily, and see who's the jerk today. Am I the jerk for kicking a kid off my team mid-season after his parents tried to get me fired? Oh, this is juicy. I coach a U14 rec league soccer team. Been doing it for 6 years now. This season, I have a pretty solid group of kids, most good energy, no real drama until about a month ago. One of my players, let's call him Tyler, started missing practices without notice. No texts, calls, nothing. I pull him aside after he shows up to a game like nothing happened and just tell him that communication matters, and if something comes up, his parents need to let me know. Next thing I know, I get a call from the league coordinator saying Tyler's mom filed a complaint against me for singling out her son and creating a hostile environment. She also apparently told some other parents I scream at kids during practice, which is just not true. Like, not even close to true. The coordinator watched one of our sessions and cleared me completely. Said everything looked fine. After that, I sat with it for a week trying to be a bigger person. But then Tyler missed 2 more practices with zero communication again and showed up to the next games expecting to start. I told him he'd be coming off the bench, and his mom absolutely lost it on the sideline, yelling loud enough the younger kids on the adjacent field were looking over. I pulled Tyler from the roster the next day. Some of the other parents think I overreacted. No, screw Tyler, man. And that I should have given him the family more chances. A few of the coaches I know said they would have done the same thing. Honestly, still not sure if I handled the end part right. How many games did he miss? Shouldn't have kicked him off the team. Have kicked him off the team. But he definitely not starting. Not starting. You're the jerk for kicking him off the team. For kicking him off the team. I don't care what anybody says. Him off the team. It's a kid. Like, it's, you kick the fucking. It's a kid. It's a kid. It's not his fault. He's missing with no communication, and you're punishing him, you fucking idiot. And you're punishing him. Sometimes I forget to like explain to people why they're fucking assholes or freaking assholes or jerks. And then it just looks like I'm being a jerk for no reason. But no, like like this kid, you know what I mean? However, he's 14, right? He's not driving for sure. So it's when his parents take him to the games. Shouldn't have kicked him out. Not the asshole, they said. My school has signed a conduct contract when we joined the school in sport, and our parents did too. After 3 unexcused or unexplained misses, we'd be benched and have a meeting with us, coach and parents. Three practice meetings, 3 practice misses, or 3 game unexcused misses, or before I pose that, I'm going to look to see if anybody else asks. But yeah, honestly, at the very least, it's important. No, nobody else asked. What the fuck? You miss practice, you don't play. No, bullshit. 3 games? My school had to sign a contract. Yeah, 3 unexcused or explained misses, we'd be benched and have a meeting with us, coach and parents. Then it happened again, we'd be kicked off the team. Exactly. This kid, man, whatever. He missed how many? Tyler missed 2 more practices with 0 communication. So before that, he missed. Next thing, I get a call. Okay, the season I have a pretty solid. One of my players, let's call him Tyler, started missing practices without notice. No text, no calls, no nothing. I pull him aside after he shows up to the game like nothing happened. Just tell him that communication matters, and if something comes up, his parents need to let me know. Next thing I know, I get a call from the league coordinator saying, Tyler, yo, if the kid is playing good and he's still playing with the team and he's not showing up to practices, you should still let him play. That's the other thing. Like if he's sucking and like holding the team back, then yeah, it's a problem. But if he's like holding himself, like if he's able to perform and helping the team win, why the fuck would you punish the kid? I understand, like, oh, you got to come to practice and you got to set a good example, but he's 14. It's not his fault right now that he can't fucking get to the practices. Did I tell him all that? Shouldn't have kicked him off the team, but definitely not starting. You're the jerk for kicking him off the team. It's a kid. It's not his fault. He's missing with no communication, or you're punishing him. Right. That's about as clear cut as I can explain it. Is the gi actually dying? You have to go see your comment on. I cleaned out. Reply to your comment and vent. I'm assuming one of the baggers had a little bit of what? An addict is a person who has a hobby of doing drugs. You can change your hobbies. Oh yeah, you're talking about you scraped up a few bowls. Oh yeah, this guy was like, I scraped up a few bowls of pot, and it just happened to have some speed in it. It just happened to have some meth. And I was just hot. He's like, I haven't done drugs for 10 years, and I scraped up like some bags that I had, and it happened to have some meth in it, and I didn't realize it, and I smoked it. I was like, there's no. So I told him, I was like, and you're talking about you scraped up a few bowls, right? You're telling me you couldn't pick out the meth out? I mean, if that's your statement, I believe you. I just wanted to make sure I read it right. He said, I cleaned out baggies. I'm assuming one of the baggies had a little bit of dust in it. Considering I never had issues with these bags that I noticed, at least, I wasn't exactly looking for it. Yeah, okay. Didn't he say he used to do like fucking drugs before? Or somebody did? Look, these bags came from my meth fentanyl addicted brother. Right. He swore he never used them, and I believed him. I still believe him. He told me the truth. I just think he was high. He forgot. I never had an issue with these bags. I just put weed in and out of them, so many times I've lost track. Right. So okay, his brother was meth in the bag. He got the baggies from his brother. That had, so he knew. Like, why would he mention that? He knew there was meth in there. He's full of shit. Do you have professional help? You need to break the cycle, and challenges like this need professional medical treatment. You can do it. Look, he said, no judgment here. Do you have professional help? I'm in therapy, but not any form of drug counseling. Thank you for your kind words. I think when you get clean, so you're supposed to fill the hole from substance with a higher power fellowship. I can't imagine getting a taste of how I used to feel and then just existing in the everyday life without constant preoccupation. Yeah. All right. Actually, I want to finish more on my topic, actually, because it was very interesting. So why not? Now I would have to find it. Oh yeah, I know where to find it. Open office. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not seeing anything good on Reddit. I blocked some people on Reddit before they get the chance to reply. Who cares? My mother died last year, but dealing with her. Okay, let's go to new Reddit for a second. We'll go back to. I think see. You gotta focus on some 100%. Can't do. I think I might be turning a bit insane. Yeah, you read it right. For the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've had mood swings, but most of the time I'm in mad or I don't give a fuck mode. And sometimes I feel like crying, but I just don't tear up or anything. Is something wrong with me? You're currently banned from this community and can't. Oh yeah, I'm banned from advice. How about you're banned from my feed? Am I overreacting? No. Let's see. My boyfriend got another woman's number. Am I overreacting? Help, please. 25-year-old. All right, let's ask him. Damn. It's contest mode. Am I not banned here? Am I the asshole? Or is this the other? Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole? I, 25-year-old male, have been dating my girlfriend, 22, for 2.5 years. So last night, my girlfriend went out with her friends. Oh, wow. You guys can't see the thing straight. Sorry. That's not what I was trying to do. Oh my goodness. 1 second. Am I the asshole or am I overreacting? 25-year-old male been dating again his girlfriend for 1.5 years. So 1.5 years. I'm sorry. Last night my girlfriend went out with her friends and she ended up kissing one of her friends. What the fuck? I understand that girls do this. Oh, female friends do this and it doesn't mean anything. But from the start of our relationship and multiple times after, I've told her that it's not something that I'm comfortable with. We had a fight and she got mad, saying she doesn't understand why I'm making such a big deal out of it. She said multiple times that it's not a big deal. I had told her that it's not what happened that makes me so mad, but more that she crossed a clear boundary that I've iterated many times. But I still don't think she fully understands and still thinks she's in the right. She apologized, but it felt like an apology to get past it rather than a genuine one. What do I do? What about her? What about her kissing another girl, I assume? is the problem? Sounds like a friendly kiss. Sounds like a friendly kiss. Like, I mean, I'm not saying everybody should be kissing as friends, but if that's what they want to do, and they're just friends, then what the fuck's the problem? Like, why? I mean, I'm not even gonna tell him he's the asshole. So look, I'm not banned from this one. There's multiple "Am I the assholes?" Subreddits. One's like AITA. This one's like spelled out "Am I the asshole?" So yeah. So we can still participate in the "Am I the asshole?" Just other "Am I the assholes?" What do I do? Freaking internet speed. Yeah, I've had that problem. My girlfriend cheated. Kick her the fuck out. After we passed 4 years, oh man, I have found out that they had been dating for a few months, according to the guy. Long story short, they met on here. He texted her asking if she had OnlyFans. She responded no, and then he was like, okay, good. So at the start, he was already odd. So he texted back, and he was curious, and she takes accountability for this. How does he know all this? But then after the first day is when he starts to manipulate her, saying things to her whenever she wouldn't respond to him. So she could have easily blocked him, but she said she was lost and didn't know what to do. A month later, he doesn't ask her if he can fly over here. He tells her the day before the flight. That's bullshit. That's what she told him. He's dumb. She said she didn't want him to come out, but he forced himself. Yeah, okay. He came, and so, this guy, did somebody tell him, people who got caught in lies? Let's pretend she was a victim. Do you really want to spend the rest of your life with someone who got so easily? Okay, so yeah, so other people called him out for being, like, his girlfriend's obviously full of shit. Oh, Kate is live on Twitch. Kate is awesome from Nigeria. That's my friend. Hi, Kate. That's right. You just subscribed too yesterday. Forgot to mention you earlier. Yeah, look, your girlfriend is manipulating you, dude. That was the first comment. Something you feel she's a victim for, cheating on you. You're the fucking victim here, OP. See, I'm not so much meaner. My advice, leave her sorry ass. In my opinion, the way she treated her, it's exactly right, is what she deserved for having an affair, and I don't feel sorry for her dumb ass one bit. She had a whole affair. She manipulated you into being okay with. Right, and he's over here defending her. Do you hear yourself? Hear yourself? You're on here defending why you got cheated on. Are you all there, sir? Yeah, this is crazy. You're on here defending why you got cheated on. What the fuck is he talking about? Should I send my doctor a gift basket? Went on a date and got grilled about my social media. Whoa. I, 21-year-old male, went on a date last night with a girl I met at a bar, and it started off normal enough. We grabbed drinks, talked about work, where we're from, basic first date stuff. Then somehow the conversation shifted to social media, and she asked to see my Instagram. I don't post much on my account. It's private. I have like 10 followers, mostly friends from college and family. The vibe completely changed. She started asking why my account was private, why I don't post more, why my follower count is so low, if I had deleted old photos, if I was hiding something. It genuinely felt like I was being vetted for a job instead of getting to know someone. I tried to explain that I just don't care that much about social media and prefer keeping my life low-key, but she kept circling back to it like it was a red flag. The whole thing left me feeling weird and honestly kind of judged. I walked away disappointed because I thought we were connecting in person, but apparently my worth was being measured by how visible I am online. Is it just normal dating now, or did I dodge something here? You dodged someone who values social media, who determines a person's value, who determines a person's value based on this, which is crazy. That has literally nothing to do with anything. Like, if I do judge a person's value, it has nothing to do with social media. Value based on their social media presence. And she's open about it. Some people are not open about it. Actually, most people. So there's a lot of people that are like, do value, like, they like, oh, how, basically your value is what you are in like a social media market and shit. But based on the social media presence, and but they won't say it, right? This girl is open about it. She's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you don't have more pictures on Instagram? Run, please. Like, at least most people like that aren't open about it. She is. Run. Like everyone said, like they all said. Yeah, that's not somebody you want to get mixed up with. Yo, this guy, where's his message, man? I want to see what he replied with. It says he replied. Where the fuck is his reply? How come I can't see his reply? Open link in new tab. Okay. Page not found. I mean, I get that I messaged him, but there's a red dot there. You see that? And no new message pops up. It's okay. 17 male, I feel universally confused. My whole life, my brain has felt like static and interrupted with brief moments of craving, longing, and short. All right. Moral dilemmas. Oh, I love this. This is definitely joining this one. Moral dilemma. Or is it, hi, I'm having crisis of morals. Oh, this is great. Here's the sitch. My car 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's not a good one. Should I tell my best friend that? What does my life matter if the world is going to end? Okay, let's see. I'm not suicidal. I'm purely wondering why anything I do besides things for pleasure has any impact. Like graduating high school, going to college. I personally don't want kids. I'm not lonely, but I don't purely live for connection. The world is falling apart, so what's the point in trying? So you can experience happiness for as long as it's available. Happiness and joy as long as it's available. It's easy. Available. It's a much better state. It's a much better state to be in than most others. The post has contest mode enabled. Comments are in random ordering and vote scores are hidden to non-mods. Huh? I said, so you can experience happiness and joy as long as it's available. It's a much better state to be in than most others. If the world is going to, because it might not end like while you're still alive. We don't know the true timeline. The world is not going to end. Enjoy your life. Yeah, it's not going to end anytime for us that are alive now. I mean, it's ending slowly, but it's not. We got at least another 60 years, 70 years, 80 years. The weather, maybe. I would say weather's going to be a problem in about 15, 20 years, like a major problem. In like 10 years, it's going to start becoming more a problem. But yeah, in like 15, 20 years, it's going to start, like, they're going to start, like, probably building stuff and be open about having, like, underground facilities. And I guarantee you, like, mass scale, over time, like, they're going to start, in my prediction, and I haven't really heard this, I swear I haven't heard this from nobody, actually. But I think over time, like, in the next 20 years, and I'm glad I get to say this on record now, and it just came to me, they're going to start building more things like underground. So everything's going to be like, so yeah, you'll be able to drive up top, but like most things are going to be like underground, like in bunkers and stuff. So like you'll come up, you know, like out of whatever building or place you're in. Shit, the camera's not on me. I need to get a camera that follows me. That would be great. But yeah, things are gonna start getting built underground. Houses, businesses, everything. Government. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. And slowly, civilization is literally gonna go underground. They already have underground networks, huge networks. The government does that. Like, if anybody remembers, like maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, there was like all kind of like loud noise, like woo, like people were hearing, like, and nobody knew, like explosions. Yeah, they were digging underground, you know, like blowing shit up underground. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's tunneling science. Get it? People, planets, suns are all ephemeral in some proposed models of cosmology. Anyways, for the last 10 minutes, let's go back to the notes and close it out on this topic, because the topic matters. Let's see. Open office, where are you? There it is. Open. No, that's not it. Where is it? It would be File. Recent documents. No. It's okay. 1 second. If I didn't save it, I didn't save it. But if I did, where would it be? I don't think I did. It's okay. I could have sworn I did. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. If not, we'll just do 10 more minutes of Reddit and we'll be out. Reddit, it is. Can you see it? No, yeah, you can. All right. Actually, no. We'll go back to ChatGPT. Has everything. Boom. Haha. I do have it. Even though I took my own notes off this, but I can still go back off of it. So we talked about this, right? Levels of. So basically, yes. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. So talked about why negative threat. Oh, so why do we pay attention to negative and threats first? Because loss feels bigger than gain. Brain treats social threat like physical threat. We talked about this. Remember, this was in my notes. Intrusive thoughts are often novelties. Some of this, like, yeah, uncertainty creates loops. If I replay it enough, I'll solve it, which is not true. Your brain will ignore 30 compliments and then build a museum exhibit for the one weird look someone gave you in 2014. This is so true. And this is mostly very evident. Like when I see, I'll see like people streaming with like a lot of people who have a lot of viewers. They'll have freaking 10,000 viewers, 12,000 viewers, and they'll read the chat and they'll read the one bad comment that's like, hating and like poking at them because it like, I guess it really gets a reaction out of you and you got to defend yourself, but you really don't. And the more you can stop yourself or control yourself from not having to jump to defend yourself or being like reactive to defend yourself, the stronger you really are, actually. The stronger willed and, mind power. Your brain will, so type, yep, if you're, no, we're not typing none of that. Your attention goes where it gets rewarded. And rewarded isn't always pleasure. Sometimes it's relief. Doom scrolling, variable rewards is, yeah, doom scrolling. We do it because, yeah, you just get to see new shit constantly. It's horrible. I do it too, but only when I'm like trying to fall asleep. But outrage is addictive because it creates energy and certainty. Another thing, like with the mind and your programming your brain, like they say, oh, they label people stuff. You're schizophrenic. You're bipolar, and then as people believe that, and that alone creates all kind of mental health issues, like that they wouldn't have had before. Like they will read the symptoms, and they'll start having new symptoms that they didn't have before. How is that possible? It's because you're like, that's what you're focusing on. So whatever you focus on is going to multiply more. So how do you make your brain focus? Like if your mind is constantly focusing on, and this is the cheat code right here. So anybody who's stuck around this long, or anybody who's still here, Kate, how are you doing? From Nigeria, you're amazing. I stopped by your Twitch channel today, and I subscribed. I don't know if you saw. I bought one of your subscriptions. I don't know what it does. I hope it helps you out, though. I'm sure it gives you something. I don't know if it's anything like if it's anything significant, because I know like the exchange rate is crazy. So, but I hope it helps you out. Anyways, chat prompt. No chat prompt. Even negative attention can be reinforcing. Right. Some people, right, can't get positive attention, so they'll just do crazy shit just to get negative attention, because some people just crave attention no matter what. So whether it's negative or positive, kind of how they say no publicity is bad publicity. In my opinion, I mean, if your goal is publicity, then yeah, it's true. Actually, if your goal is publicity, then yeah, no publicity is bad publicity, I guess, because your goal is publicity. But all right, it's all about what your values and goals are and morals are. Even negative attention, you're practicing noticing certain things. Oh yeah, the cheat code. See, I almost forgot. So this is the cheat code. If your brain is constantly going to negative thoughts that you don't want to go to, okay, wherever that is happening, let's say that's at the office or in your bedroom. Let's say it's when you're laying in bed, right? Right on the wall in front of you, put a sign up that says something positive, or that tells you to get up, or that tells you to do something. All you have to do is put the sign up. You don't even have to do anything else, and just watch what happens. Put it, if it's in your office, that you have these intrusive thoughts about, whatever the hell it is, put the opposite of that, like something that's going to make you feel good, on your desk with a sign on it. Put it on your wrist. Tattoo it on your damn forehead. Oh shit! Shoot! A big old branch just fell from a tree. Yeah. One of my massage therapy teachers actually had a tattoo that I really liked. She had a tattoo of a watch on her hand, and on the actual watch it said "now," time is now, or something like that. So like, it's like, so you don't procrastinate. And things like that work. They do wonders. Like your brain will make your body do things, and you can make your brain do things by putting information in. Whatever way you get the information in, you can program your brain, but you have to program it. If you don't program it, if you don't put information in, you're only going to get in what's like coming in as noise, or coming in as, like basically without any direction. It's just coming in like randomly, instead of being intentional with your brain and putting in, like, you got to put in what you want out of it. You got to put into it. Like, I got to stop saying like so much. I say like a lot, like, you know what I mean? Now we zoom out. If reinforcement trains attention, then your daily inputs are basically your training program. Yeah, basically anything you do, you're going to focus on. Anything you do, force yourself to do, you'll focus on. if you feel bad, if you feel negative, go in front of a mirror. If you feel negative and sad right now, right? Go in front of a mirror and just smile like an asshole. And just do it for 10, I was going to say 10 minutes. Don't do it for 10 minutes because then you're going to turn into a psychopath. But do it for 30 seconds. Do it for 60 seconds and see if you don't feel better. If you, like, it works because our brain is that powerful. Now we get practical. If your brain is doing all this automatically, how do you get the steering wheel back? Oh, I just kind of told y'all. So let's see what it talks about. Create a gap, exhale, drop shoulders, unclench jaw, right? Tell your nervous system, not an emergency, right? Name the process, name not the story. Instead, I'm doomed, right? Never think I'm doomed or they hate me. Most people are worried about themselves. Like I mentioned this yesterday. Nobody really has enough energy to really hate other people unless you really did something to them that deserved hate. Nobody's really like judging you. Everybody understands how it feels. Everybody knows how it feels to be judged. Every other person out there, unless they're a bot, knows how it feels to be judged. Pick the next action based on values, not mood. Right, this is a really good rule of thumb. This is a really good rule of thumb. Pick the next action based on values, not mood. Another, more along this line, don't make permanent decisions in temporary state of emotion. So if you're pissed off or you're happy, if something great just happened, don't make a permanent decision on something. Like, it doesn't matter if it's related, not related. Don't make any permanent decision when you're in that state. Make permanent decisions, and I'm not saying I'm great at this, but don't make personal decisions based off temporary emotions. You know, it should be based on logic and, you know, obviously your values, but and that tiny action, one step, right? If it's not actionable in 2 minutes, schedule it or let it go. Winning isn't never drifting. Winning is noticing sooner. Winning to me is just doing consistently. Just keep doing. And if you just keep doing something, you'll get better. You just keep going. I mean, you have no choice but to progress. If you want me to reapply, I don't want you to do anything, sir. Let's do the live segment. Too late. We're done already. This is where we actually reprogram stuff. Oh, too late. I used the rough draft and then my own notes, sir. Drop your thoughts to look like this. When happiness thinks, I think. Yeah. Your analysis framework, say it out loud every time. No. Yeah. Example, you can run it if closed. Optional. Sticky one-liners to sprinkle in. Hey, your brain isn't a judge. It's a bodyguard. So I thought of all these by myself. I definitely did not get these from AI. A thought is a suggestion, not a command. That's true, actually. I mean, obviously, that's like your intrusive thoughts. You don't have to act on them, so that's obvious. If it's loud, it's not always true. It's often just urgent. And sometimes it's not urgent. If it's loud, it could just be, I mean, I guess it could be urgent, but it could also not be. You don't need to delete thoughts. You need to stop promoting them. Right, stop, it's okay to have experiences in your past that you're not happy with, but it's not okay if it's still affecting you today because you can't change those experiences, so they really don't matter. Like, shit happens. Everybody, you know, okay, we all done shit that, you know, like, we not proud of. Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. So the guard has some rules for what gets in first. Threats. Is this dangerous? Like, if you hear a loud bang, your brain goes, hey, pay attention. Novelty, new stuff. Is this new or weird? Like a bright flashing toy or a strange noise. Your brain, did y'all hear that, or was it just me? Did we forget something? Does this matter to me right now? All right. That is a wrap for your, and remember to keep so that's a wrap for Dmitry, yes, for the stream. But remember to keep your mind intentional. Remember to keep your mind focused. Don't focus on negative stuff. Don't let little things affect you getting to the big goals. And the big goals should be surrounded around you being happy and, joyful, because really, like the other person was kind of asking on the thread earlier, like, what's the point? I mean, you got to be here anyways, right? Why the hell be grumpy and be sad and be upset, especially about things you can't change. So, and if nobody else told you, I'll tell you, I love you all. Every single one that subscribed today, that watched, that tuned in, that will subscribe, that will watch this, I love you all. Thank you for stopping in. It is Thursday, February 26th, and I am out.